All right, I think we got to talk about this next game here. You're the only one that got it right. The Saints and the Raiders. You picked the Raiders. Me and Jason took the Saints. We had egg on our face. You did not. Cecil, I'll let you go first.
Just win, baby.
The silver and black. That's your team in the AFC.
Yes.
The Las Vegas. I know how much you love that city of Las Vegas.
I do. I do.
Never, I get that. And
I'm going to say this, and Drew Brees looked really old playing. Maybe it was because Michael Thomas is out. But
that can affect things. You got your number one wideout not playing. I mean, it can affect things.
That could be it. But they won by 10 points.
10 points.
10 points.
No, that wasn't like a squeaker.
No, it wasn't like the Cowboys.
No, it wasn't like the Cowboys. No, the Vegas. Look, let me tell you something about the Raiders. And it's going to be hard for me to call them the Vegas Raiders. So I apologize to everybody when I say the Oakland or Los Angeles Raiders. Let me just say something about the Raiders here. The Raiders have one thing that a lot of teams don't have.
And what's that?
A team. They don't have the big guy.
They don't have a star.
They don't have. Well, they got a star.
Oh,
they
yeah?
just don't have, that big star like they would have had they kept Antonio Brown.
So what you're trying to say, Steve, is that there are no egos in Las Vegas Raiders team. The only person that can have an ego and is qualified to have an ego in the Las Vegas Raiders would be the coach, and that would be John Gruden.
And he does have an ego, and you know what? Rightfully so.
He does.
Yes,
he's
built this team with Mike Mayock. They have absolutely good chemistry going on, and Antonio Brown would have screwed this all up.
He sure would have.
The best thing that happened to the Raiders is they didn't get to keep Antonio Brown. I know he's an explosive player, but sometimes you need that continuity in the locker room. You need those guys to look over at the other guy and not. He's just Antonio Brown's not a leader. To me, he's not a leader.
I have
okay.
to
And
agree.
when he got his way out of the
He
Raiders
took it.
camp, he got his way out of the Raiders camp. People wrote the Raiders off. Never thought all the Raiders are terrible. But just because the team doesn't have a star player, doesn't mean they won't win a lot of football games. I'm not saying the Raiders will win the Super Bowl.
There was this one team several years ago that had this really young guy quarterback, and I think he was a backup quarterback at that time, and their main quarterback got hurt, and they turned into one of the greatest
quarterbacks
of all time.
That would be Tampa Tom.
Yes, that guy. Yes,
Tampa Bay.
Tom.
We can talk about them in a little. Let's finish talking about the Saints here. Now you pointed out that Drew Brees looked old.
He did,
and I'm going to tell you something.
Sorry,
I love
Drew.
Drew Brees. I love Drew Brees. I thought,
I like Drew Brees.
I always said he was better than Tom Brady. I always said that. And, he did get the completion record for 2 or 3 years in a row. He broke his own. Well, first he got the completion record. Then he broke his own record. And now he's got like 1, 2, and 3 on the record books of best completion percentage.
Correct.
Anyways, getting to Drew Brees. I watched him throw a ball out of bounds. And it looked like it took every muscle in his body just to get it out. Now, there's 14 more games left, plus the postseason. And I know, and he doesn't have Michael Thomas now to catch the ball. That's a big, big loss. I mean, this guy is Michael Thomas, one of the best receivers in the league. Definitely top 5. Some people will say top 3. He's definitely top 5. We can't argue with that.
Okay.
But he's out with an ankle injury, and an ankle injury can linger for a long time. He might not have the
sure
speed.
can.
And what's Kamara going to do? He's running the ball, but Drew Brees has got to throw to these other guys. Emmanuel Sanders didn't look right. Drew Brees didn't look right. The Saints didn't look right. They won the first week, but who did they play?
Tampa.
They did, and Tampa wasn't ready either.
Right.
So you can't judge the Saints. A lot of people picking them to go to Super Bowl. I didn't. I took the Seahawks. And we can talk about the Seahawks in just a minute here because...
But I will say this for the Raiders.
What's that?
They were shining bright in that city. Boy, did they look good. And their tight end, Waller.
Oh, my God. Yeah, that guy's going to be a big star. Kelsey, look out. There's a new sheriff coming to town, and he's a tight end for the Las Vegas
Vegas.
Don't gamble on this one. Unless that guy Waller gets hurt, he is going to be a big star.
Yeah.
And John Gruden may be coach of the year if this keeps up.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
And that's all I got to say about that.
So we'll end the segment on the same note we began it. Just win, baby.
Oh, Lord have mercy.